we continue. John in Birmingham, 104.7 WZZK. John, go ahead.
Hey, fellas, how's it going today?
Great. We're doing great.
Hey, I got a question. I need y'all's help spiritually and mentally.
Okay.
Happiness.
Yes.
Does it exist daily, or is it something we're always looking for? Because in life, when you have, let's just say, adultery and things that have happened to you that are so difficult to, you ask for forgiveness and you pray forgiveness and you search and search and search, it seems like you have moments of happiness, but then the devil's continuously attacking. Do you guys wake up happy every day and you have that spirit of happiness? Because joy and happiness are different.
They are. Yeah.
One's internal, one's external.
Well, yeah, and I think
by definition.
I think you have to be sure you don't get the joy and the peace. I mean, the happiness ahead of joy and peace. Look, I still experience periods of what I guess you would call happiness, but they're all over the road. I don't get all caught up in happiness because it can be compromised by traffic. It can be compromised by my order was wrong. It can be compromised for a minute when your camp house you've worked on for 2 weeks is full of smoke. So what I'm saying is happiness is overrated, first of all. But if you really want to enjoy even the happiness part of your life, you got to get the peace and the joy right.
Yeah.
And the peace
That's the foundation.
Yeah, because if right now, our family post 2008, we'll never have the moments of happiness that we had prior to that till we're all reunited in eternity. So if that's if my whole life was based on happiness, then my happiness was over on January 19, 2008, because I don't have my complete family with me ever again until we're reunited. So that degree of experience is over. But the hope and the peace and the joy, I would say, is at an all-time high with our family because of our spiritual pursuit of Jesus Christ and concentrating on that aspect of our life. And then when the happiness moments come, and I'm not against happiness, I'm just saying you can't base your whole life. The reason why I like, a lot of marriages, when they go away, because the whole marriage is based on whether I'm happy or not. How many times have you heard somebody say, I just wasn't happy anymore? They just don't they just don't make me happy because it's a weak emotion, and it is like chasing after the wind. You're happy one moment, and then that moment's gone. And there's nothing wrong with being happy in a moment. But if you have the peace and the joy, if that's what your real foundation is, then see that never wavers. Even in the worst of days, it doesn't waver because we always, as the Bible said, even in suffering. I mean, in 1 Peter chapter 1, verse 6 and 7, we're told to rejoice even when we go through trials. He said, you have been grieved by various trials. God says, if necessary, well, don't miss that line. If necessary, you've been grieved by various trials, to remember that it's testing the genuineness of your faith, and it's giving you an opportunity to really stand up and have more impact than you had before. It's going to get your priorities right. Or you're going to be destroyed by it, which is going to prove your faith was weak and perished just like gold. Gold seems pretty good to you to put fire to it, then it just melts. Yeah. And that's the analogy that Peter uses. So I would concentrate on peace and joy, meaning when Jesus said in John 16:33, I say this so that you'll have peace. In this world you will face tribulation like you did in your life, and everybody does to some degree. Either you have or you will, or you're currently. And he says, but you take heart, and you look at different translations, says, have peace in your heart, have joy, and remember, I've overcome the world. Meaning whatever problem you got, look what I did. And once I defeated sin, once I defeated eternal death, always remember that, even the toughest time. And you'll have peace when you remember that, because really at the end of the day, because of Jesus Christ, everything really is going to be all right. Mm-hmm. And that's if you get that right, even those moments of happiness, you can enjoy them, but you know they won't last.
And I think, too, he confirms that where he tells you to love him with all your heart, all your passion, everything you've got, and then these other things will be given to you. If you want your relationship with your wife and your kids and your coworkers to be rich, you got to have your relationship with God right first. Yeah. And then those things add on very nicely.
But even when happiness comes along, we don't put a lot of weight in it because I know it doesn't last.
It's fleeting.
Yeah, but peace and joy, oh, man, that's a whole different deal. That's the reason why I get up every day ready to go. If it was just about happiness.
Look, I think everybody has those days and those moments, but if you have the joy base the foundation, you can get through it.
Well, and plus at our house, just like talk about pain and suffering, we've all been through it. We always go, compared to what we've been through, is this really a big deal today? It really is. We'll be back.
Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba.